Hi everyone, my name is Salvia and welcome. If you're new here, you might know me as a scientist, an author, or a mom. But before any of those things, I was simply a little girl who asked a lot of questions. I grew up in a place where I learned very early that life doesn't always begin from the same starting line for everyone. Some opportunities seemed easier to reach for certain people than for others. Some voices were heard more often. Some dreams were encouraged more than others. As a child, I didn't fully understand why. I only knew that there were invisible walls around me. Sometimes those walls came from expectations about who I should become. Sometimes they came from assumptions others made before they knew me. Sometimes they came from traditions, rules, or beliefs that felt larger than any one person. What I remember most is the feeling that my future had already been partially written by people who had never met me. And I remember deciding that I wasn't going to accept that. So I became curious. I read, I studied, I asked questions. I wanted to understand why people think the way they do, why societies create divisions, and why some people are given more freedom to explore their potential than others. Education became more than a goal. It became a form of freedom. Eventually, I made the difficult decision to leave my home and start over somewhere completely new. Like many immigrants, I left behind family, friendships, familiar places, and an entire life that had shaped me. I arrived carrying hope, uncertainty, and the belief that if I worked hard enough, I could build something meaningful. The journey wasn't easy. There were moments of loneliness, moments of self-doubt, moments when I felt like I didn't belong anywhere, but there were also moments of growth. Years later, I earned my master's degree, entered a PhD program, and built a career as a scientist. During the COVID pandemic, I had the opportunity to contribute to research during one of the most challenging periods many of us have ever experienced. From the outside, it looked like success, but there was a chapter of my story that most people couldn't see. For years, I had become so focused on surviving and achieving that I lost touch with what it felt like to truly experience joy. Milestones would arrive, goals would be accomplished, dreams would come true, and yet, emotionally, I often felt numb. That experience taught me one of the most important lessons of my life. Success alone doesn't create meaning. Accomplishments don't heal every wound. And happiness isn't something waiting at the finish line. Meaning comes from understanding ourselves. It comes from connection. It comes from growth. And it comes from helping others grow too. When I became a mother, that lesson became even more important. Today, my mission is not only to understand the world, but to help children and families navigate it with curiosity, critical thinking, resilience, and compassion. That's why I write children's books that blend science, psychology, imagination, and personal growth, because every child deserves the opportunity to become the fullest version of themselves, not the version that others expect them to be. On this page, you'll find science, books, parenting, creativity, neuroscience, and honest conversations about the experiences that shape us. Most importantly, you'll find someone who is still learning, someone who still asks questions, someone who still believes that our greatest limitations are often the ones we've been taught to accept. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to share this journey with you.